I was walking down the street, feeling kind of neat, when the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes, as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see that car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through, always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Woman ain't no, heard you think you're tough. Gotta let you know, I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tap like a bitch. No, I ain't playing, I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass, it's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a punch like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if a bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked with sex-ray vision. Sweep a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, the pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a big slap, slap. Come get your face clapped. hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
All right, welcome back to School for Justice in the building. Come on, get welcome, enter into the room. I'm your host, School for Justice, where we live, love, and laugh and destroy police brutality. We're in Tennessee on tonight. We have police have their K-9 dogs attack a black man brutally, and he ends up unalive. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn, get your wine, get whatever you may need, and let's jump on this topic. Y'all, thank you for your patience, for working with me. I am still working on my equipment, and thank you for your time and your patience and everything, working on my cameras and my equipment. So much love, and as usual, always let's smash that thumbs up as you enter into the building, and I appreciate your support.
We have an update to a story that we brought you. It is a sad update. Black male attacked by police K-9 is found dead in a jail cell. Here's the report we have. The update is in Tennessee.
Hey, man, get the dog off of him, man. Get the dog off of him.
This is a hell of a situation. Put it up full mass.
All right, so it's up full mass, folks. And we just witnessed the little content, the clip, where the police officers is allowing their dogs, the canines, to brutally and violently attack and bite this black man who's already down on the ground, submitted, handcuffed, and already captured are quote unquote arrested. We hear the man in the background who's recording it saying, "Get the dogs off of him, man, get the dogs off of him, y'all." So just want to reiterate, what's going on, what we're covering tonight. We're in Tennessee, and let's continue to fact check and share your thoughts.
Incident we brought you is from last week. We brought you this incident last week. In that reporting, you see a black male being attacked by a police K-9. You see a bystander saying the obvious. We showed you the video of that K-9 being unleashed on a black male during an arrest in Clarksville, Tennessee. Within 4 days, that man was found dead while in custody of the Montgomery County Jail. I'm going to give you the limited information that we have. Then I'm going to provide some context that your local news cannot.
All right, y'all. So they take the man into jail into custody, and 4 days later, he's found deceased, unalive in the jail cell. So the autopsy and the context of the information, as the narrator just said, will verify the cause of death, right? But 4 days prior, this is what happened to this man by the police. K-9, vicious attack. He's not running. He's not fighting the police. He's not resisting them. He's not running from them. He's physically submitted, handcuffed on the ground. And we got 1, 2, 3 officers there allowing a K-9 to basically delete him in their face.
At about 11:30 a.m., June 29th, Montgomery County Sheriff's deputies saw a vehicle registered to Darius Chapel parked at the Burger King at Fort Campbell Boulevard. Darius had an active warrant for violation of parole. That's according to the report, according to WSMV News. When deputies tried to stop him, Darius ran into oncoming traffic on Fort Campbell Boulevard. Deputies used a taser multiple times, but he fought back, according to the report. The CPD officer arrived to assist. When Darius grabbed a deputy's vest near the throat and pulled the deputy, the CPD officer deployed a K-9, which bit Darius and ended the altercation, according to the report. Now, it's unclear what
Okay, so we're hearing a different storyline on the report that this man Darius was violent, confrontational, and basically fighting the police. But we see the camera, the video, the evidence, right, shows this man already submitted on the ground. That's my whole point. So at this time, we don't need any other means to de-escalate. The situation has already been advanced. So to break it down in layman terms, that's excessive force, right? So what do y'all think about the K-9s? Should they be legal? Should they even be allowed, especially on a human being? Should they be trained to attack human beings? That is a different species we're fighting, who has a different ability to attack or to kill. So this is the police report and what we see in writing, and we're going to narrow it all the way down to the facts and what actually went down on that day.
actual violation happened in order to create the parole violation in the system, the warrant. Neither the arrest document nor law enforcement has revealed that piece of information. So to explain, a parole violation could be what's called a technical violation. And a technical violation means that the person has not done anything to create a new charge. They did not get arrested somewhere. They did not commit another crime. Maybe there's a technical violation. A technical violation for parole could be not paying your fine, not paying your supervision fee, not paying restitution, or not finishing community service, and perhaps not reporting or non-reporting. All of those are
Right, not reporting, I was going to say, and non-reporting, not reporting, but right, just violating your probation or parole rules. That's all, but not catching a new case. Exactly.
considered technical violations, not a new criminal charge. There's more. Darius was booked into the Montgomery jail on multiple charges, including assault on a law enforcement officer and resisting arrest. After his arrest, Darius was found unresponsive in his cell during a routine security check at the jail on Friday morning and was then pronounced dead. Let's zoom out for a moment. He was booked into the county jail, which means what? Which means he was alive. He was alive. He was alert enough based on protocol. If they follow protocol, he was alert enough to be fingerprinted, to be photographed, to be suited, and to be placed inside of a jail cell.
Y'all, this is horrific. I mean, it's a tragedy that they didn't give him any medical attention once he even got there. Really, they should have took him straight to the hospital. They shouldn't even been booking him immediately. You can monitor him and be under surveillance and all that by taking him to the hospital. But as usual, I always do you one better. It shouldn't have never happened. It shouldn't have never took place. These are criminals with badges. They committed the M word. They're killers, cold-blooded with badges. I don't care if he was already in the system. I don't care if he was on parole. I don't care if he caught another case. You do your job and arrest properly according to protocol, proper training, proper procedures in any and every situation, and arrest that person and take them in on their crime if they committed one, and they are innocent until proven guilty by the court of law. This is horrific that they took this man's life and did it in such a mockery manner, cruel manner, that we're just going to sit back and let our trained goon do the dirty work for us. During demon time, people, I keep shining the light, which represents truth, righteousness, justice, and equality that we have to conquer to defeat the darkness. All right, y'all. So let's continue to fact check the storyline and be active in the chat, in the comments, like, share, tag, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate, and we can chit chat in the comment section.
Typically during intake, you have to go past the medical contractor. A nurse usually will examine the individual, especially if there has been some type of attack. Now, under the protocol of rule and regulation, he should have been seen by a medical professional before he was placed in the cell, because he obviously has had an encounter with a K-9.
Exactly. So he's backing up what I just said. He should have been seen by medical staff immediately because he has injuries, not just an encounter by the K-9. He has injuries from the K-9. The body cam shows it. The police saw it. Other witnesses saw it. The man who was recording saw it, and it was visible on his physical body. He went in there in pain and torture, suffering. So they were fully aware that this man needed medical assistance and treatment, and did absolutely zero training, zero protocol, zero action. A call to action, people. This is a call to action. All right, smash that thumbs up, thumbs up. I have to sing the song every day to remind you until we reach our goal.
It's called force. He has to be cleared. There's more. Montgomery County Sheriff's Office alleges following his arrest, Darius was transported to Vanderbilt Clarksville Hospital, where he was evaluated, treated, and medically cleared for booking into the Montgomery County Jail. Upon his arrival at the jail, he was processed and booked in. Our jail medical staff conducted their own medical assessment, and Darius continued to receive medical care in accordance with established jail medical protocols. Throughout his incarceration, detention staff conducted routine security checks as required and reported any medical concerns or complaints Darius had regarding his health and welfare to jail medical personnel for evaluation and treatment. Now,
I'm sorry, folks, but I'm going to butt in and interrupt. My intuition, my instinct, my gut instinct tells me, and I haven't had all the way verified quite yet, so I can't say, 100 for sure. But something tells me that's a lie. I don't believe they took him into the hospital. I think they just wrote some bogus shit up. That's what I'm seeing, because if this man was really seen, he would have been stabilized until he was healthy enough or recovering enough to be released. I don't believe it. And if he went up in there, they just put a Band-Aid over it. They didn't do nothing. In other words, that's evident because 4 days later, the man loses his life behind this injury, behind the K-9, right? So what do you think? Do you think they made it up? Do you think it's bogus? Do you think they actually took him to the hospital? Or do you think when he got there, nothing was really done? Or do you think that they treated him and maybe he passed away behind a different cause? What are your thoughts? Let's continue the dialogue.
I want Jordan, my producer, to put that last statement back up I just read. And I want to bring your attention to a part of this statement. It says, throughout his incarceration, detention staff conducted routine security checks as required and reported any medical concerns or complaints Darius had regarding his health and welfare to jail medical personnel for evaluation and treatment. They're telling you that he had a medical condition. They're telling you he complained about the medical condition. They're telling you that there was a reporting protocol when he did bring up the fact he had a medical condition. Why was he cleared by medical then?
Right. Which, again, I'm going to go back to my first conclusion. He never saw medical. He never went to the real hospital to be treated. They might have had some bogus nurse or somebody come slap a Band-Aid over him, like I said, and that's a might. But again, I don't believe and I don't see that he was medically properly treated.
Medical. He obviously has a serious medical issue because he's dead. He has a serious medical issue. According to WKRN News. Put him up. For the first time since Darius' death, the Clarksville police chief, Ty Burdine, issued a written statement on Monday expressing condolences to the family and saying the department is taking the incident, quote, very seriously, end quote. The chief also confirmed the officer who deployed the K-9 was placed on administrative leave the morning after the arrest.
Y'all, this is the bastard that unalived this black man, this young black man. This is the demon with a badge, a criminal, a cold-blooded killer who allowed it to happen. And now you have the K-9 or the mutt, the dog on administrative leave. Man, get out of here. You sound ridiculous, stupid to the fullest. You should have never had the K-9 involved in the first place. if now he has to be required to be on administrative leave? How can the K-9 violate rules through your training when the K-9 committed this behavior in your face? You never told the K-9 to sit, stop, get back. We didn't even see you reach to grab the K-9. Slap the chain around his neck and grab him out, put him in the car, put him up. Nothing. But now the K-9 is on administrative leave. Y'all, so it gets more ridiculous. I mean, he sounds like Boo Boo the Fool, right? And it's going to get even more ridiculous. Let's check it out.
Pending the outcome of the investigation. Keep the chief up. The chief has said he expresses condolences to the family. Typically, the chief of police does not express condolences to the family of a criminal who died while assaulting a police officer. So that's not what this is. That is not what happened here. They are taking the incident very seriously. Well, according to the sheriff chief, there is no incident. But according to the chief, there is an incident. Understand, the sheriff is an elected position. The chief is an appointed position by the city. These are different law enforcement agencies. The chief then says that the person who released the K-9 was placed on administrative leave the morning of the arrest. Well, the morning of the arrest, there was no investigation of foul play at that time.
Well, even your goons and your rookies, you're responsible because you're responsible for your employees or your goons or your rookies, right? All the officers that were present, that was there, that was on active duty and responded to this arrest, this incident. You're responsible, Mr. Chief of Police, while you have the K-9 on administrative leave.
But the officer was placed on administrative leave immediately. There was no investigation into the allegation. We didn't know about it yet. At the request of 19th Judicial District Attorney General Robert Nash, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is now investigating the death of Darius. The NAACP is requesting that the FBI join in on the investigation. The cause of death has not yet been released, which means the reason he died is still a mystery. The NAACP said Saturday that the day before his death, they had been assured that he was fine. They inquired. They were assured by medical he was okay.
Oh, wow, y'all. So it's a mystery. There's no autopsy report. That should have been done immediately. The first thing, it shouldn't have been asked, requested, demanded, subpoenaed, or nothing of that nature. He passed away under your care. All right, there in the county. So you're responsible. He was in your care. So our autopsy report should be done immediately. And as the narrator stated, an investigation to all of the officers involved off the top, off the rip. We get zero proper protocol or vindication.
Put up this brother. He leaves behind 3 young children for what may amount to be some kind of technical violation, maybe non-payment, lack of opportunity to complete community service, and he ends up dead. We already saw the heartlessness of how he was handled during the arrest. Imagine the level of heartlessness he potentially experienced once he got behind those walls. We are not letting this go.
Yes. And so people, that's why I'm here because injustice, hate, the demonic activity, the darkness is real. We know it. The brutality, the corruption. I mean, we see it in our face on a daily basis in our face from the news, from the social media, from the radio, from the reports from journalists. It's just what our world has come to. And so somebody has to put forth their best foot first and come together to make that change, because there's definitely power in unity. We're here to shine the light at School for Justice.
Put up the GoFundMe.
All right, y'all. So I wanna show this real quick. Give me 1 second. Just so we won't forget. Just so we won't slip out on this, right? All right, here I go. I just want us to one last reminder. And I understand, especially I get this more out of women than I do other people, and I get it. That they say, well, it's just too cruel, it's just too violent. It pains me to see this, or I hate to watch this. People being hurt, attacked, especially violated and betrayed by our law enforcement, people that we should be able to trust to keep us safe, and by our authority. And I get it. Trust me, I understand. But it is important because some people don't realize the reality, the realness of this, and to really understand and shed the light that it could be you tomorrow, them today, but you tomorrow. That's why I said it has no respect of persons. It doesn't discriminate. I cover all kind of people being brutalized: black folks, white folks, young folks, the elderly, children, the poor, upper middle class. It doesn't really matter, because they do it to their own. It's just not as exploited. That's the difference than my people. All right, but it happens. And so it is important to shed the light and to prevail in truth. We have to know what we're facing and what we're standing up against. And so I understand people don't like, I'm different, I'm unique. I don't do what the other bloggers do, celebrity gossip, news, and you got a lot of pop culture going on, and even the church sector, and all this and all that, right? Journalism, hot topics, it's all good. But everybody has their niche. And this is one of mine, because I actually have various. But this is one of mine. And I have a passion that burns deep within, because that could be me. I am a victim myself of police brutality. I have survived on more than one occasions. I have overcome. I have fought and persevered through. I've been blessed and protected through my higher power from up above. To be here today to shed the light and to help somebody else in their need, right? So that's why this is important. And there are a lot of brothers out there who can identify and relate to me. All right, so check this out, y'all. I just want to give a reminder of what the police actions really were.
Man. Hey, man, get the dog off of him, man. Get the dog off of him.
And this is what happened that cost this man his life. And the officers were at fault. It was their choice, and they did absolutely nothing. Now they have to answer and pay. Because just like if it was us out here on the streets and somebody was unalived or lost their lives in our hands under our choices and actions, and we will have to give an account to the law. In other words, we will be charged and arrested, and we will have to give an account behind our actions and what happened and how somebody else lost their life behind our decisions, choices, behavior under by our hands. So do you. Matter of fact, you get more of the heat, more of the fire, because what? You're held to a higher standard. Being in a position of leadership is not just having authority and power. It means having more responsibility. You got to do the work to earn the credit. And so I just wanted to bring this to the forefront. It hurt my heart. This is a tragic story. Prayers go up to the family. And we're here to divide and conquer and rise above the occasion here at School for Justice. And until next time, folks, I am your host. Let's continue to let the light so shine. Thank you for joining me. A shout out to the bullpen. Much, much, much appreciated. Shout out to Georgia Tech, my peeps, for your support and love. Lackluster, out at the audit. Appreciate you all so, so much for your enlightenment, for your information, and for your networking. And until next time, let's live, love, and laugh, rise above the occasion, and I will continue to be your host that speaks truth to power. Good night, fam. Take care.